All right, you've been listening to Barack Obama giving his closing arguments in Des Moines, Iowa. We want to go to Mitt Romney, who is also making his closing case in Manchester, New Hampshire, just introduced by his wife Ann, just as Michelle had introduced the president. Here's Governor Romney.
Ask you to stay in it all the way till victory tomorrow night. Tomorrow we begin a new tomorrow. Now, perhaps some of your friends and family have not yet made up their mind who to vote for. I'd like you to make sure and talk to them and see if you can convince them to come join us. Ask them to look beyond the speeches and the attacks and all the ads and to look to the record. Because talk is cheap, but a record is real and it's earned with effort. Change was promised by the president, but change is not measured in speeches, it's measured in achievements. 4 years ago, candidate Obama promised to do so very much, but he has fallen so very short. He promised a post-partisan presidency, but he became partisan, most partisan, blaming, attacking, and dividing. And it's not only Republicans he refused to listen to, he also didn't listen to independent voices. He was going to focus on creating jobs. Instead, he focused on Obamacare, which killed jobs. And then he said he was going to cut the deficit in half. Instead, he doubled it. And then he said that unemployment would now be at 5.2%. It's at 7.9%. And by the way, that's more than just a percentage. That's 9 million Americans that are out of work. And that's the number that we should have had he been right in the forecast he made, as promised. Unemployment today is higher than when the president was elected. He promised that he would propose a plan to save Social Security and Medicare. He didn't. In fact, he raided Medicare to pay for Obamacare, $716 billion. He said he would lower health insurance premiums for the average family in America by $2,500 a year. Anybody here had your premiums go down by $2,500 a year? No, actually, they're now higher by $3,000 a year. And gasoline, the American family pays $2,000 a year more for gasoline than when President Obama was elected. He said he'd work across party lines on the most important issues. He has not met on the economy or on the budget or on jobs with either Republican leader of the House or the Senate since July. So instead of bridging the divide, he's made it wider. Now, many of you here in New Hampshire look at the challenges we face as a nation, not first as a Republican or as a Democrat, but as an American. You watched what's happened in this country over the last 4 years with an independent view. You hope that President Obama would live up to his promise to bring people together, to solve the big problems. He hasn't. I will. Let me tell you why he fell so short of what he promised. It's because he cared more about a liberal agenda than he did about repairing the economy. I mean, did Obamacare create new jobs? No. Did his war on coal and gas and oil create new jobs? No. Did those Dodd-Frank regulations help banks make more loans? No. Does raising taxes put people to work? No. Did his avalanche of new regulations help small business? No. Well, you passed the test. Now, look, almost every measure he took hurt the economy, and it hurt our fellow Americans. 23 million Americans are struggling to find a good job. 1 in 6 of us is poor. And the middle class is being squeezed as take-home pay has gone down by $4,300 a year. And the cost of everything from gasoline to health insurance to food to utilities has gone up. This weekend, I spoke with the wife of a 60-year-old man, in the prime of his life, I might add. And he has worked as a welder for 40 years, but he just got laid off. His wife asked what I could do to help them. She made it very clear. He doesn't want a government check. He wants a job. And so the question of this election comes down to this. Do you want 4 more years like the last 4 years? Do you want real change? Now, President Obama promised change, but he couldn't deliver it. I not only promised change, I have a record of achieving it. I built a business. I turned to run another one. I helped put an Olympics back on track. And with a Democrat legislature, I helped turn my state from deficit to surplus and from job losses to job growth. And we went from higher taxes to higher take-home pay. And that's why I'm running for president, because I know how to change the course the nation is on, and I'll do it. You see, accomplishing real change is not something I just talk about. It's something I've done. And it's what I'm going to do when I'm president of the United States. Well, if you, like me, believe we can do better, and if you believe America should be on a better course, if you're tired of being tired, then I ask you to vote and to work for real change and make that happen tomorrow.
All right, obviously we've been listening to Mitt Romney, both the president and the governor are speaking right now. We're trying to ping pong for you, so let's send it back now to Barack Obama in Des Moines, Iowa, as he wraps up his speech there. Romney is still speaking in Manchester, New Hampshire. We're going to go back and try to get the end of his speech now so you can hear that as well.
My conviction is that better days are ahead, and that's not based on promises and hollow rhetoric, but on solid plans and proven results, and on an unshakable belief in the greatness of the American spirit. If there's anyone worried that the last 4 years are the best we can do, if there's anyone who feels that the American dream is fading away, if there's anyone who wonders whether better jobs and better paychecks are things of the past, I have a clear and unequivocal message. With the right leadership, America is going to come roaring back. The only thing that stands between us and some of the best years we've ever imagined is lack of leadership, and that's why we have elections. Tomorrow's a moment to look into the future and imagine what we can do to put the past 4 years behind us and start building a new future. You saw the differences when President Obama and I were side by side in our debates. He says it has to be this way. I say it can't stay this way. He's offering excuses. I've got a plan. He's hoping we'll settle. I can't wait to get started. Americans don't settle. We build, we aspire, we listen to that voice inside that says we can do better. That better life is out there waiting for us. Our destiny is in your hands. Tomorrow we get to work rebuilding our country, restoring our confidence and renewing our conviction. Confidence that we're on a solid path to steady improvement. Confidence that college grads will be able to find better jobs when they graduate. Confidence that single moms working 2 jobs will have a shot at a better job. Tomorrow on November 6th, we come together for a better future. And on November 7th, we get to work. We reach across the street. I need you to reach across the street to that neighbor with the other yard sign. And we'll reach across the aisle in Washington to people of good faith in the other party. And this is much more, because this is much more than our moment. It's America's moment of renewal and purpose and optimism. We have journeyed together far and wide in this great campaign for America's future. And now we're almost home. One final push, and we'll get there. We have known many long days and short nights, and now we're close. The door to a brighter future is there. It's open. It's waiting for us. I need your vote. I need your help. Walk with me. Walk together. Tomorrow we begin a new tomorrow. God bless you. God bless New Hampshire. God bless the United States of America. Thank you so very much. Let's win this one tomorrow. Thanks, you guys. Thank you, New Hampshire. Thank you.
And you have just heard Mitt Romney make his case in Manchester, New Hampshire, where he will spend the night. And he will be campaigning tomorrow. There you go. You got the two. And those were real. Those were significant and long speeches by both of them, John Avalon.
They were two closing arguments on election eve. Very different tones in speeches, very different visions. The contrast could not be clearer. So it's on to Election Day. Mitt Romney will still campaigning, trying to go every last vote out. President Obama, he said he's made his case. Now it's up to the voters. It's in their hands.
And that's right. And after we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about that. The big decision that these two men made. What we understand is Barack Obama is not campaigning tomorrow, so he's going to play a little basketball. Mitt Romney's making a few stops. Will it be enough? We'll be right back.